Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Jason and Carly hit the sheets. Truth comes out about who he's been protecting. General Hospital GH spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan Steve Burton is determined to keep a major secret under wraps. John Jagger Cates Adam Harrington forced Jason to work undercover with the FBI using leverage against Carly Spencer Laura Wright, so Jason has been doing all this to make sure she stays free and happy. Of course, Jason doesn't want Carly brought in the loop for a couple reasons. For starters, Carly would blame herself if she knew the truth, so Jason doesn't want her thinking she's responsible for the sacrifices he's made. Jason made the deal to protect Carly, but that was still his choice to make. If anyone should be blamed, Jason obviously thinks it's John for backing him into this corner. However, there's another reason why Jason wants to keep Carly in the dark on all this. If Carly found out the real story, she could turn herself in as a way to stop everything, especially if she feels like Jason is in too much danger. Jason will keep doing everything he can to hide Carly's part in this storyline, but she's going to make a shocking discovery sooner or later. Despite Jason's best efforts, Carly will inevitably find out about the proof of RICO violations and criminal conspiracy against her. It should leave Carly upset and maybe even angry with Jason on some level, but she'll also be deeply touched. It'll serve as more evidence of the strange yet sweet connection Jason and Carly share. Just how far will Carly and Jason take that connection once she knows he gave up 2.5 years of his life to protect her? People like Jake Weber, Hudson West and Sam McCall Kelly Monaco are furious with Jason right now. Things could actually get worse if the secret spills and spreads about Carly being Jason's reason for going undercover. Whatever the case, Carly could get swept up in a moment of gratitude and kiss Jason once she learns she's at the center of this mess. Maybe Carly could even hit the sheets with Jason, especially since they never had a chance to consummate their union before Sonny Corinthos Maurice Benard came back from Nixon Falls. That doesn't mean Jason and Carly will become an actual couple now, but the idea of Carly taking Jason to bed out of love and appreciation is interesting. RGH predictions point to Carly flipping out over John's leverage on Jason, but maybe she could also show how moved she is and land in bed with Jason as a result. General Hospital spoilers say Carly will face some stunning Jason news eventually, so stay tuned for updates on how that'll change things. Title: Unveiling Secrets, Jason and Carly's intimate encounter unravels truths. In the hushed corridors of General Hospital, whispers danced like shadows, secrets clung to the walls, and the air hummed with anticipation. Among the bustling staff and hushed conversations, a palpable tension lingered, waiting to explode like a dormant volcano. At the heart of it all, Jason Morgan and Carly Corinthos stood on the precipice of revelation, their intertwined destinies poised to collide in a cataclysmic eruption of truth. It began with a furtive glance across the room, a silent exchange laden with unspoken desires and buried secrets. Jason, the enigmatic protector with a stoic demeanor that masked a turbulent soul, found himself drawn to Carly, the fierce matriarch of the Corinthos Empire, whose strength belied the vulnerability she harbored within. Their paths had intertwined for years, bound by loyalty, friendship, and a shared history steeped in clandestine dealings and unspoken alliances. But beneath the surface simmered a tension that defied explanation, a magnetic pull that neither could deny nor escape. As the day wore on, the weight of unspoken truths bore down upon them, threatening to shatter the fragile facade they had meticulously crafted. It was in the quiet solitude of Jason's penthouse that the dam finally burst, unleashing a torrent of emotions that had long been suppressed. Alone in the dimly lit sanctuary, the air thick with anticipation, Jason and Carly stood on the precipice of a moment that would irrevocably alter the course of their lives. With trembling hands and racing hearts, they surrendered to the undeniable pull that had drawn them together, their bodies entwined in a passionate embrace that transcended words. In that intimate communion, barriers fell away, and vulnerabilities were laid bare. Each touch, each caress, spoke volumes, echoing the unspoken truths that lingered between them. It was as if time stood still, the outside world fading into obscurity as they surrendered to the intoxicating embrace of desire. But amidst the tangled sheets and whispered confessions, a shadow loomed over their newfound bliss, a truth that threatened to tear them apart. For Jason had been harboring a secret, a burden too heavy to bear alone, and Carly was about to discover the extent of his sacrifice. As the truth unfurled like a poisonous vine, Carly's world crumbled around her, the foundation of trust upon which their bond had been built crumbling to dust. Anguish and betrayal mingled in her gaze as she confronted the man she had trusted above all others, grappling with the harsh reality of his deception. Yet, amidst the wreckage of their shattered trust, a flicker of understanding emerged, a realization that beneath the layers of lies and half-truths, their connection remained unbreakable. For in each other's arms, they had found solace, a refuge from the storm that raged within. In the aftermath of their revelation, Jason and Carly found themselves at a crossroads, their future hanging in the balance. Would they succumb to the weight of their secrets, or would they find the strength to rebuild what had been lost? As they stood on the precipice of uncertainty, their fates intertwined once more, bound by a love that defied reason and a bond that could never be broken. For in the tumultuous world of General Hospital, where secrets lurked around every corner and alliances shifted like sand, Jason and Carly remained steadfast, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. Title: General Hospital Spoilers. Jason and Carly hit the sheets. Truth comes out about who he's been protecting. The dimly lit room exuded an aura of secrecy, shrouded in the mystery of clandestine affairs and concealed truths. Soft candle light flickered, casting dancing shadows on the walls as the tension in the air crackled with anticipation. Jason Morgan stood near the door, his expression stoic yet tinged with an undeniable longing. Opposite him, Carly Corinthos, the fiery and determined matriarch of Port Charles, stood with a mixture of apprehension and desire etched on her features. Their gazes locked, a silent conversation passing between them, laden with unspoken words and buried emotions. For years, they had danced around their undeniable connection, their bond forged through trials and tribulations that had tested the very fabric of their souls. And now, in the quiet solitude of the night, the walls they had built around their hearts began to crumble. Jason took a step forward, closing the distance between them with measured strides. His eyes bore into hers, searching for any sign of hesitation, any indication that this was a mistake. But all he found was raw, unbridled longing mirrored in Carly's gaze, a reflection of his own desires laid bare. Without a word, he reached out, his fingers brushing against her cheek with a feather-light touch. Carly leaned into his touch, her breath catching in her throat as a shiver raced down her spine. In that moment, the world around them faded into oblivion, leaving only the two of them suspended in a universe of their own making. Their lips met in a tender yet passionate kiss, igniting a firestorm of emotions that threatened to consume them both. With each caress, each whispered confession, the walls that had separated them for so long crumbled to dust, leaving nothing but the raw, unfiltered truth in their wake. As their bodies melted together in a haze of desire, the weight of their secrets hung heavy in the air, threatening to shatter the fragile bubble they had built around themselves. But in the heat of the moment, as passion surged like a tidal wave, there was no room for doubt or hesitation. There was only them, lost in each other, seeking solace and redemption in the arms of the one person who truly understood. Hours passed in a blur of ecstasy and bliss, their bodies tangled together in a symphony of desire and longing. But as the first light of dawn began to filter through the curtains, reality came crashing back with a jolt. bringing with it the harsh reminder of the world they inhabited. Jason's gaze softened as he looked down at Carly, his heart heavy with the weight of the truth he had yet to reveal. For months, he had carried the burden of a secret that threatened to tear them apart, a truth that had driven a wedge between them even as their bond grew stronger. With a heavy sigh, he reached out, tracing the curve of her cheek with his fingertips. "Carly," he began, his voice thick with emotion, "there's something I need to tell you." Carly's brow furrowed in concern as she searched his eyes for any sign of what was to come. "What is it, Jason? You know you can tell me anything." Jason swallowed hard, his resolve faltering for the briefest of moments before steeling himself once more. "I've been protecting someone," he confessed, his voice barely above a whisper. "Someone who means everything to me." Carly's heart skipped a beat as the weight of his words settled over her like a suffocating blanket. "Who, Jason? Who have you been protecting?" Jason took a deep breath, his eyes locking with hers in silent desperation. "It's Sunny," he admitted, his voice cracking with emotion. "He's alive, Carly. Sunny is alive."